run through each of these, but just the pictures will actually help. This is what every client needs to understand. Why do savings products get advertised with a piggy bank, and why do investment products always show a tree? What has inflation got to do with losing weight on a treadmill? If the inflation rate is 9% and so is your bank rate, in real life you are on a treadmill and you're not losing weight, you are losing financial muscle. Anybody who goes to the gym knows that the right way to exercise is to lose fat and build muscle. But this is what actually happens. What has East India Company got to do with equity investing? 300 years back, we had one East India Company. This is what Prashant also explained to you. 300 years back, we had one East India Company. But with retail holding in Nifty below 4%, can't you see 50 East India companies? Okay, so I hope you found it interesting. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, I'm most happy to answer. I have left the mic speechless. No, but I have an experience that 90% of mics don't work the first time. Mics have an exclusive purpose of making the speaker nervous.
I actually don't know whether this question was meant for you or Prashant, but I'll still honor this question. We're talking very high level of opportunities and that we are in a bull phase. But what are the internal and external threats to our onward journey to growth?
Yes, I'll stick to a message which Prashant said and which even I mentioned. I think for all of us, let's be very clear. You know, we can keep talking about opportunities and threats. According to me, our only opportunity and our only threat is this one thing, which is that in a matter of next maybe 10 years, we will completely lose ownership of India's growth story. Okay? We all are very proud of India's growth. We all are contributing significantly to India's growth, but let me assure you, we are not participating in the growth at all. Indians don't have any holding in India's equity. It's, you know, like a very fast-paced race to the bottom. I told you that Nifty has 4% retail holding. I mean, what is left? And you know, we Indians, when we talk about threats, we start thinking FIIs are selling. In 1991, when the market cap was 2 lakh crores, FIIs had zero holding. Today, when the market cap is 101 lakh crores, FIIs have 24 to 25% of the holding. What threat are we talking about? The only threat for us is that we don't own India's growth. We are foreigners in our own country. Okay? So I don't think there is any opportunity and threat and calculation that we need to make. Please keep in mind Rip Van Winkle's story. Put money in equity and forget about it. Yeah, anything else?
Okay. How does one become a good storyteller like you?
I don't know if I am a good storyteller, but I think the only way to become a good storyteller is to read a lot. Because you know, like see, for example, I have shown everything from movies. Like I love watching movies, but I can tell you one thing, that when I'm watching a movie, I'm looking for messages. Okay, so when you watch a movie, if you can connect something, it's not that you need to think about the stock market when you're watching a movie, but yeah, you know, you can always go back to it and relate to it. So I think that somewhere in the subconscious mind, if you're reading a lot, then something which you read 5 years back and something which you're reading today, it gets interconnected somewhere. So I think the only way to become a storyteller is to read a lot.
And how important is practicing what you have to say? Or at least playing the script in your head?
So, so this presentation, like for example, I worked the whole of yesterday on this presentation. And I think bulk of the time went in creating the story. Assembling it was just 10 minutes. And yeah, you know, you need to play it in your head again and again. You need to rehearse it, you need to time it. And you need to, for example, one thing which I always do is that when I'm coming here and standing in front of you, let me assure you, I have imagined this particular moment, even what I am doing now, even what I am talking to you now, I have played it in my head over and over again, at least 50 times. So I think that subconscious preparation is important.
Great, and it shows.
Thank you very much.
Now that was an outstanding presentation, Aashish. Let's have a big round of applause for him once again. And I really think there were a lot of good points that Aashish talked about, and one point that I really want to emphasize is that we need to prepare a lot more for our meetings with clients, no matter how well we know them, no matter how many times we have met them, no matter how loyal they are to us. But I think we need to communicate value, we need to communicate something fresh with them each time, and that's why storytelling becomes very important. Okay, I'm very excited to introduce the next speaker. The next speaker is Sanjay Mehta. Now, to many of you in this audience, Sanjay Mehta may not be a known name, but in the digital world, he's a lot better known. In fact, he's one of India's foremost experts in the digital and the internet space. He has incubated, run, and sold businesses in the digital space, in internet and e-commerce. Today, he runs a company called Social Wavelength. But why is he here? What is he doing here? The reason is very simple. I think all of you by now are sick of listening to suggestions from people on why you should have a social media strategy. Right or wrong? Have you all been told about it? Right? Everyone's told you get onto Facebook, get onto Twitter, get onto LinkedIn. But very few of us, including me, know how to do it properly, how to do it for our own businesses. So I thought of an expert. I was looking for an expert who could help the IFA community here understand social media and leave us with a few insights which we could put to use. So after searching, I decided Sanjay was the best candidate. And when Sanjay sent me his presentation and I went through it, I truly realized that he had understood the needs of this audience pretty well. And so let me have the man himself deliver his presentation to you. Sanjay, welcome onto stage. And yeah, give him a warm welcome. Thank you, Sanjay.